Going guys, bringing back an older what if. This is a pretty old one, so I haven't dropped the part in like almost 2 months. I'm actually going back to some of my older what ifs and continuing them because I felt like, hey man, I can't just keep dropping and just doing them whenever I want. So I just bring back some of the older ones in case you guys thought they were dead. Anyway, let's begin this part. Right where we left off, Zabuza was killed, quote unquote, by the Senbons coming from the forest. We all know this is Haku. And Zabuza is quickly taken away. And after this, Kakashi explains to everyone that this Hunter Nin wasn't really a Hunter Nin at all, seeing as a Hunter Nin would probably deal with the situation as soon as possible and he'd just hop inside the fight either way. So Zabuza is probably still alive. So he goes off to train everyone. This is when everyone goes off to training. Sakura, with her ki control, well, not ki control, with her chakra control, finishes the training pretty easily, with Naruto and Sasuke taking longer and Goku just laying around in the trees, dazing around, getting off a bit of training here and there, but nothing too intense. We're gonna skip ahead, okay? We're gonna say that Naruto met Haku. Why am I saying her? Haku in the woods already. The conversation goes much as it did inside the original. Naruto also oversleeps. Goku also oversleeps because he has terrible discipline when this type of thing's concerned. Naruto wakes up and finds the family being threatened, so he dispatches those ninjas and wakes Goku up, telling him that they need to get to the bridge. After they arrive on the bridge, the fighting begins with Sakura taking her time, guarding the bridge builder. Not really much of a defense. She'll get basically steamrolled if anyone on this battlefield were to intercept her. Kakashi and Zabuza have their standoff. Naruto and Sasuke get trapped inside the ice mirrors. However, it's pretty different. As soon as it begins, Naruto's actually able to react and dodge the Senbon much faster than Sasuke. Sasuke's having trouble, Naruto's easily getting past. He sees a Haku moving. Although he can keep up with it because of his training, he can't intercept him. So he sees Haku move between mirrors and actually punches the mirror. Although he doesn't completely break it, he manages to crack the mirror, which completely surprises Haku. This is when Haku realizes that he won't be able to beat him if he were to continue with this peaceful philosophy. So Haku gets serious, and he begins testing the waters a bit. Starts sending more Senbon at Sasuke, with Naruto actually catching a couple that Sasuke won't be able to dodge. This is when he has the idea. He takes as much Senbon as he can and throws them at Sasuke. Sasuke, who just opened his Tutomo Sharingan, although he's able to dodge 2 of them, Haku is much more serious and he actually somewhat intends to kill Sasuke. So Naruto gets in the way and actually catches the majority of the Senbon, a few of them hitting him. However, a stray Senbon goes past and hits Sasuke in the neck, supposedly killing him. This angers Naruto. Naruto really is a complete beast at this point. His own training from Goku, mixed with Nine Tails chakra, he's gonna have a bad time. As soon as this begins, Naruto completely breaks through the mirrors and actually grabs Haku, slumming him against the ground and shattering his mask. Right when Naruto is about to give the killing blow, he sees Haku's face, realizing that he met him already, asking him why he did it. Much as in the original, Zabuza, on his end, things aren't going as well. Zabuza is being held down by Kakashi's ninja dogs, and Kakashi prepares Hashidori to go through Zabuza's chest. In this split second, with Naruto in confusion and trying to process his feelings, Haku jumps in front of Zabuza, ready to receive the lightning blade. This is where things diverge quite a bit. With Kakashi's hand moving so fast towards Haku, in an instant, Goku appears in front of Kakashi. And he's actually able to lock fingers with Kakashi. Kakashi's completely stunned for two reasons. One, Goku's in front of him. He just sort of appeared. And two, he was able to stop Kakashi's lightning blade with his bare hands. Kakashi starts berating Goku a bit, asking why he did that. And this is when Goku says that you were about to kill a kid. Kakashi didn't realize it at this point, but his lightning blade was just an inch away from Haku's heart, ready to impale him. Zabuza takes this chance to try and attack Goku, trying to kill him, seeing him as another opponent. But he's quickly counterattacked, sending him flying back. Haku gets in front of Zabuza. Zabuza asks Haku, why did he do that? Why did he try and protect him? Why did he try to give his life for him? He says to him that although you are a tool, I wouldn't have despised you if you were to give in to your human instinct to live. Haku tells Zabuza that his whole purpose is being a weapon for Zabuza, and with Zabuza dead, he has no purpose. This is when Zabuza actually orders Haku to stay away from this fight, and that if he were to die here, let him die on his feet as a man. He doesn't need a child protecting him. He wants to go out as one of the 7 ninja swordsmen of the mist, not as some coward that needs a little boy's protection or assistance. Haku blatantly disagrees, telling him how outmatched he is, with them even being stronger than him and in larger numbers. And then a black-haired man with the weird hairstyle, he was something completely different than the copy ninja Kakashi. He was able to block an attack that would have killed Zabuza, but Zabuza saw a certain death. Zabuza doesn't care. He'd rather die like this than to die like some dog. Haku tries to relent, but Zabuza knocks him out. We cut back to Kakashi and Goku arguing. Kakashi tries to get his point across, telling him that he's a ninja. They're a ninja. This is their job. This is what they do. It's a ninja's job to be a tool. This is when Naruto, breaking out of his haze by these words, walks up to Kakashi, standing beside Goku, telling him that if this is what it is to be a ninja, then he'll forge his own way to be a ninja. He won't be seen or act as some tool. This is when Gato's men arrive. This is when Gato begins spewing crap at at the knocked out Haku, who even steps on his arm, breaking it. Haku isn't dead, he's only unconscious at this point because of Zabuza. This angers Zabuza to an unbelievable degree, to the point where he's able to kill all of Gato's men. And I'm gonna say he's less fatigued, and he's not inside such a flustered state caused by Haku's death. We also have an emotional change inside Zabuza and Haku's death, so he's more focused at this point, so he's not killed. After a rampage, they all look at Zabuza. Him, covered in wounds, and a pool of dead bodies around him. Gato's head laying before his feet. He picks himself up with his two broken arms, telling him that their fight hasn't finished, that he won't just sit here and die, and he runs toward them. Kakashi and the others begin getting in their stances ready to fight. This is when Goku walks towards him. Zabuza tries to attack Goku, but it's all for naught. Even with a kunai in his mouth, he can't pierce Goku's skin. The kunai even shatters even. Goku looks him in his eyes and tells him that nobody's dying today. Not on his watch. And he asks Zabuza one thing. Does he want to die as a dog in some unknown nation? Or does he want to live and let his ambitions be able to grow, instead of letting his story end here and leaving Haku, a child, alone, abandoned once again? Zabuza thinks this over and decides to go with them. That's the end of this part. I wanted to bring this one back because I can't just keep leaving what ifs behind. The reason I kind of slowed this one down is because the last part I dropped, it did pretty badly for what I usually do. Because I remember it did 100 views in a week, which is actually pretty bad. Because I usually get 100 views in a day. So I just put this on the back burner for a while because it wasn't priority. And I wanted to get a video out today. And I realized that I have to get back to my older what ifs. I can't just leave all these what if ideas unfinished. Anyway, like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Goodbye, guys.